Happy Saturday, baseball fans, or is it a happy Saturday? Major League Baseball and the Players Association have met. The meetings are done. Let's dive into it. What is going on, baseball fans? Hello. 60 people to start things off. Is the microphone working today? It's working today. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? King Yellow Man, Waffle Man, Ethan's Tech World, Boomer, Calamare. What's going on? How are we doing? Andrew, hello. Cash Nelson, what's going on, my friend? How are we doing? The Real Jadavian, please stand up. How are you doing? Jacob Toon, Jack Palomaro, two of our members. Hello. Who else we got here? Sweaty R6. What's going on? Brooks Family 0989. Hello. Who else we got in here? John Bean, Orlando Castillo, Robert Rays Fan 42, Bobby Wasabi. I love what a name that is. Bobby Wasabi. Ed Bagley. What's going on? Mookie Betts is here, everyone. Mookie Betts is in the chat. Sloshy, Nass Night Racing, Zachary Goldstein, one of our moderators. Hello. Lionheart 70. Good day to you, my friend. Well, hey, this is kind of weird. I'm usually not here on a Saturday. I'm usually off, I don't know, doing whatever else, going buying groceries or at the gym or something. I don't know, but here I am at my desk on a Saturday afternoon. And we all know the reason why we're here today, and that is because Major League Baseball and the Players Association met at 1 o'clock today, and the meetings have concluded. It's looking like, at first, the reactions weren't too good, but then there might also be something where maybe it's not as bad as you think. We'll take a look at all of the reactions from all of the baseball people out there. 84 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? Let's just dive into this really quick. But if anyone is new, please. That darn microphone, everyone. I am so sorry. Everyone, we are so close to 17,000 subscribers. I think we're within 50 people, so hit that subscribe button. Everyone, hit the like button, the bell button, the share button. Let's get to it here. So, June Lee, I believe, of ESPN, was the first on this today. The meeting between Major League Baseball and the MLBPA is over. The meeting lasted less than an hour. I'm going to be right off the bat here. Come on. An hour? What do you got to do today, huh? What do you all you people over in, the owners and in the Players Association, what do you have to do today? What do you got to do? What, do you go to the movies? What, are you going to the park? What, are you going to go play some Frisbee at the beach? What are you doing? An hour? Less than an hour? What are you doing? Why aren't you sitting in this room? Why? What are you doing? I hate this. Less than an hour. Get out of here. Whatever you're doing right now, you get back to that room. Why? That just blows my mind. Calamari, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to the channel. Hello. I don't know what to say about this. As soon as I read less than an hour, I don't know what to even say at that. To me, it's a Saturday. What are you doing today? You got nothing to do. I don't know. But this is something where you should be sitting in a dang room. You all are millionaires and billionaires. Go get some catering. Go get some go get whatever the heck you want to eat. Go get some champagne if you want to, at least. Whatever the heck you want. Go sit in that room. It's like, I don't understand that. I mean, I was not expecting a deal today. I was not. I think if you were looking for some kind of a deal today, you were going to walk away very upset. I mean, there's no way. I was hoping there would be some good progress. And now I'm not saying that it's bad progress. I mean, obviously it did move forward. We're going to look at the details here, but many of the baseball people out here, June Lee, he's saying the MLBPA came out of the meeting with MLB unimpressed by the offer from the league, and there's very little progress made between the two sides in negotiations. Now, I believe Evan Drellich had some of the details here. So taking a look here, MLBPA lawyers Bruce Meyer, Ian Penny, and Matt Nussbaum have arrived to hear MLB's latest proposal. So that was around 1 o'clock. And the meeting has ended. Union officials are underwhelmed. MLB made a large proposal, compiling some previous ones on economics and otherwise. Pre-R bonus pool went up $5 million. $5 million. You know, I'm going to say this right now. I have been down the middle for a long time, for this whole thing. I'm not a biased person. Even though I'm a content creator here on YouTube, as much as I love the players, I'm not going to be biased towards the players. Yes, the players drive the product. Yes, the players help me do what I do. But I'm always going to see things from two lenses. I always will. I've always been that way. I always like to take both sides. But, you know, the owners here, I'm sorry. A pre-arbitration bonus pool from $5 million to $15 million. Now, if you were here for the stream the other night, I actually went over what probably a fair bonus pool could be. Now, I'm not an expert by any means. I don't know how they're going to split up, or how they're even going to do a bonus pool. And if someone has that information, please let me know. But I came up with a rough figure. So for pre-arbitration, and again, this is the big thing here, is pre-arbitration with these young guys. Someone like Corbin Burns, Jonathan India, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., just to name a few. These guys were at the top of the league in their numbers. Corbin Burns, Jonathan India winning awards this past year. Vladimir Guerrero probably would have been the MVP if it weren't for, the modern day Babe Ruth, Shohei Ohtani. But to me, these are guys that should be getting compensated more. They absolutely should be getting bumps in pay. Now, if we're going to take a look here, most guys, again, I don't know how, that's the wrong spot. Whoops. Most guys in pre-arbitration, I would say, are probably ages 20 to 26. And again, I don't know what is going to dictate a bonus. I don't know those details, but let's just say, let's look at most, impact players. Okay. So let's say if you're a position player, let's say you're getting at least 300 plate appearances. I think that's a pretty fair estimate. So we'll even maybe go down to 250. Let's just say 250. 250, you're looking at around 95. I'll even go down to 200. Maybe like how many at-bats did Wander Franco have last year? Pretty sure Wander Franco had, let me see here. Wander Franco, because he was a call-up later on. How many at-bats or plate appearances did he have? He had just over 300. So why don't we do here? So that's why I was saying 300 is probably a good range. Why not? Let's just say 350. Nah, I'll do 300. Okay? 300 plate appearances. Okay? So you're looking at 77 players total from ages 20 to 26. This is a rough number because some of these players have contracts already, like someone like, Shohei Ohtani is under a contract. It's not going to, and some of these guys are in arbitration. So you got to keep that in mind. So let's just say around 80 guys for position players that could possibly get some kind of a bonus if they're a pre-arbitration player. Again, just a rough number, but let's say 80 players just to get a rough number. And let's look at pictures. So let's say ages 20 to 26. Again, most players are going to be in pre-arbitration during those years. If you're not, you're most likely in your first, maybe your second year of arbitration at that point. So taking a look, and let's say innings, let's say 50 innings, because I'm also thinking of relief pitchers here too. So you're looking at 338 guys that are pitchers. I don't know. Is that maybe a little too much? How about 60? How much is that going to go down? So that goes down. Let's say 60 innings. I feel like if you're a key reliever, that's getting a ton of innings, you're getting at least 60. So 269. So let's just say 300, just to make it a round number. And then for the position players, we had 380. Now, let's say let me pull up here. Percentage increase calculator. Where was that calculator I was using the other night? So let's say we end up having a minimum salary of $650,000. Okay, we're doing some math here, everyone, so bear with me. So we had 380 guys, right? So let's say on the minimum, everyone gets an average of a 25% increase on average, right? Vladimir Guerrero Jr., someone like that is going to get one of the bigger bonuses out of this bonus pool, I would imagine. Again, I don't know how. Oh, Icy Panda, we got to calm down, my friend. We have to calm down. We got to calm down. No spamming. So 25, let's say a 25% on average minimum bonus. So 162,500. We said 380. Okay, so 380 players times, what was it? It was 162,500. So at minimum, if you're looking, and again, this is a rough number, we're looking at 61 million, right? 61.7 million, 61.75 million for a bonus pool, right? At minimum. And again, this is a rough number. You could even go down 50 million, right? The Players Association, they're asking for 100 million. Major League Baseball, they were offering 10 million, and now it's going up to 15 million. That's a joke. That's an absolute joke. It is. I'm sorry. Now, maybe Major League Baseball feels that only the top players in pre-arbitration should be getting bonuses, while the Players Association feel that all players should be included for some kind of a bonus. The Major League Baseball is probably just looking at the stars, maybe like the top 20, 30%, while maybe the Players Association, they're looking at more players, maybe like the top 50. So you could even, so if you wanted to, let's say it's not 380 players. Let's say it's not that many. Let's say you do, I don't know. Let's say you just do the top 25% of guys that have, let's just use Fangraph WAR, right? So let's say 380 times 25%. So that comes out to, if you did the top 25% of the 380 players that we just did, that's 95 players. But let's say it's 100, right? Let's say it's 100 players, and you're getting so if you're only doing 100, let's say those 100 players are getting a 50% on average salary increase. Well, 325,000 times 325,000 times those 100 players, where you're looking at 32.5 million. And even that's still short. Like, you're only offering 15. That's probably what Major League Baseball is looking at. They probably only want to do the top players in pre-arbitration, while the Players Association, they want more guys to get compensated. That's probably the difference here, and that's probably where they feel it's probably different. So either way, it's going to have to come. It's going to have to get. There has to be an increase. Where's the tweet? So yeah, pre-arbitration bonus pool went up 5 million to 15 million. That it's just not going to get it done. That won't get it done. So where does the Players Association? Where do they turn from here? Where do they go from here? Also, it says here slight increases to CBT thresholds, no changes to the tax rates. Players will fully review. Also here, as part of MLB's CBT proposal, the luxury tax line thresholds go to 214 million, and then eventually, then the next year it'll be at 214 million, and then a very slight increase at 216 million, a very slight increase again at 218, and then 222. So Major League Baseball, they bumped that up a little bit. Also, they are offering what it looks like here. A flat amount of 630,000, which I was kind of thinking it's probably going to end up being around 650, 660, somewhere in that range. So I think that one they'll get worked out, but they're also offering another thing here, or a tiered proposal with an increase in year 3. So now it's at 615,000 for 0 to 1 years of service time. 650 for 1 to 2 years. You know, I actually might like that. I think I might actually like this tiered proposal for the minimum salary. I like that, you know, because as a teacher, that's how it kind of is for me. Like we have every year, like based off of how many years that we've been a teacher, our salary gets bumped up. And then also our like if the teachers union, if they are trying to get us bonuses, they actually did a system like this. The teachers union for the county that I work for, they actually just fought for bonuses, right? So they actually just agreed upon all these, you know, new bonuses for us teachers in my county, and they actually did a tiered system where you get a bit more of a bonus depending on how many years you've been a teacher. So I actually do like that. I do like this tiered proposal. I think that's fair, personally. You know, 0 to 1 years of service time, you know, and if you can get to year 2, and you get a big increase right there, I think this is fair. I actually do like this. And then you go up to $725,000. I like that. I think that's actually pretty fair. This, I think the players, I would imagine they would like this, because I think that's meeting in the middle. That, to me, where the Players Association, I believe they wanted $775,000 for a minimum salary, for like just a flat minimum salary. I like this tiered proposal. The Players Association, no, they're not going to get a $775,000 flat minimum salary. They know that, but they're going to offer that so they can come down. I actually do like this tiered system. This is a good offer from Major League Baseball. We'll have to wait and see what the Players Association counter back with. Now, this is going to be the sticking point. It's this pre-arbitration bonus pool. What are they going to do with this? They got to figure something out with this. Why can't I highlight this? Whatever. The Players Association, they're really going to have to put their heads together here. They're going to I think, you know what? And here's what I think. I've been thinking, again, we looked at this number earlier. This right here, this would be the number for a bonus pool for like the top 25% of players in pre-arbitration. I'm wondering if the players, they're going to have to back down on their $100 million offer. I could see the players, they would come back. I could see them maybe coming back with something around maybe, they'll probably bring it down maybe to like 80. I don't know. I think they're gonna do a lot of slow decreases there. They know they're not gonna get $100 million, but there's no way they can accept $15 million. I don't think that's fair. That doesn't sound reasonable. Again, when we did the 380 players, roughly, again, that's a rough number of guys that could get an average salary increase of maybe around like 25%, or not a salary increase, but an average bonus. To me, I would think around, if you could do anywhere from 40 to 60 million, that sounds fair. I wonder, I think the Players Association, if I were to, I don't know, I bet you they only went down 5 million from the bonus pool the last time. They went from 105 million to 100 million. Maybe they go down to 90. To me, like if they only went down 5 million last time, maybe they only go down 5 million again. You know, they're going to be really slow with it, you know? I would imagine, my guess is they'll come back with 90, and it's going to be, you're still going to be really far apart. And I don't see why they just meet in the middle. Just meet in the middle. Do 50 million flat. You know, that to me, I think I don't know money, I don't know economics, but if that's what the offers are on both sides, just meet in the middle. I think they end up coming around maybe like 30 to 40 million is what they agree upon, because I think that's the difference with this bonus pool. I've said it again. I'll say it again one more time. I think the owners, they want only the top pre-arbitration players, while the Players Association, they want more players included for bonuses. So, because, hey, they're trying to take care of their guys, but they also know, maybe, everyone, getting a bonus is really going to be viable. But then again, maybe they do see it that way because, you got relief pitchers out there that could be making an impact. for your team or whatever, that's in pre-arbitration or whatever it may be. So the players, they want more of these guys to get bonuses, while probably Major League Baseball, they only think the elite pre-arbitration guys, should be getting, like guys, like if we're taking a look at this list. I mean, look at how many guys are from the ages of 20 to 26. A lot of these guys are in pre-arbitration. Someone like Randy Arozarena, who's 24th overall, but he was a 3-win player. Someone like Pete Alonso, who's been killing it for the last few years. He's a 3-win player. This is a guy that should be getting some kind of a bonus. Even if you're going down here, down the list, even someone like Bobby Dahlbeck could get some kind of a bonus. Maybe not a big bonus, but maybe something. Again, I think the big thing is what determines, are you just going to do the top 25%? Are you going to do top 30? That's what I think. I think we need a bit of a detail on that. To me, I would like to know how both sides think about that. What exactly, how do they view this bonus pool? That's what I want to know. And if we can get some kind of an answer, I think that would be really worthwhile. Taking a look here, we also have good old Bob Nightingale tweeting out there. He was saying here, no progress was made today, with players saying they were unimpressed. But John Heyman actually tweeted here, and this is where I was looking, where maybe it's not as bad as it might seem, but he was saying here, Major League Baseball made a proposal today, and the anonymous reaction from 2 players' side, people, what is he saying here? Is that it's not as terrible as most expected? So maybe that could be that's a sign of life right there. 2 players anonymously saying, we thought it was going to be worse. So that, I think, could be a sign of life. So, of course, this isn't the official reaction. Chase Craig has subscribed. Chase, my friend, thank you so much. Of course, that isn't the official reaction, and no deal is imminent. But word is, the proposed luxury tax threshold, the bonus pool money, and the minimum salary were all expected to rise in the new offer. So this, to me, I think, I'm not going to be completely doom and gloom here. I know there's a lot of people out there. They're probably thinking, oh boy, here we go. Yeah, they're still far apart. I think over the next week or two, I think we're going to start making progress. Sure, would you have wanted to see a bigger number for that bonus pool come out from the owners today? Absolutely, you would have. But at least they moved. Now, not a big move, but at least you're moving. And I'm trying to stay optimistic here. And I've been looking at it from both sides. But to me, I was hoping the owners would make more of an offer today. I did. I was kind of hoping to at least see a $10 to $20 million increase just to get it going. But I will say, one positive, I did like this tiered system for the minimum salary. If the players don't like that, I like it. I do. And if anyone disagrees with me, I'm okay with that. I'm always welcome for a conversation, but I think that's fair. I do think this is fair. So you're getting a bump with the more years that you play. So I mean, hey, I don't know. What it used to be before in years 2 to 3, it used to be 700,000, and now that's going to go up 25,000. I think it's fair. I don't know. To me, maybe they can bump this up a little bit more, where maybe the players can come back here and say, all right, how about we do 650 for the first year? We do, 650 for the first year, 700,000 for the second year, 750,000 for the third year, right? I can see them coming back with something like that. I think this minimum salary, I don't think that's going to be a big problem. I don't think so. Maybe the luxury tax line, maybe the players are going to want this to come up a little bit. I could see a gradual increase in this. The Players Association, they wanted $245 million, okay? So as you can see here, it's not even going to get close to that in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So basically the owners, it was at 200. So their previous offer was $214 million for the first 3 years. Now it's going to be $214 million for the first 2 years. Then it goes up $2 million in year 3, and then up another $2 million from their previous offer in year 4. And then, so they basically bumped it up $2 million in the years 3 through 5. So I bet I think these two things right here, the minimum salary, the luxury tax line, the CB, that line where if you go over that line, you're going to over that payroll line, that luxury tax line, you're going to have to start paying fines. And that's where teams don't want to go over that line because they just don't want to throw money away. Unless you're someone like the Dodgers where you got a pretty stacked team already. I could see, something, I could see this coming together. This luxury tax line. The players union, they wanted $245 million. They know they're not going to get that. I think maybe they could come up with this maybe 1 or 2 more times. Maybe you could do $215 million for the first 2 years, bump it up to $218 for the year 3, $220 for year 4, and then maybe $224 for year 5. This is going to have to come up. The minimum salary, that's going to have to come up a little bit, I think. But I think these two things right here, I think they're going to come together on this. It's the bonus pool that I think is going to be the big thing. But maybe the players will be willing to maybe back down a little bit from it. But if they do, don't come complaining. If you 5 years from now or whatever it is, don't start complaining that, you wanted more money. If you want to stand pat, now you do it. That's another thing too, because it's like, in the last CBA talks, I'm seeing you want this, you want that. Well, why didn't you do it last time? This is your time. If you, as a union, if you want to stand strong, this is when you do it. This is the time. This is when you have these talks. But again, the owners, they're going to have to budge a little bit more. I think so. But I think the players, they're going to have to budge on this, because I think the owners, and now how much budge, I don't know. I don't think they're going to get the $100 million. I just think the owners, they're going to say, nah, we don't think you should be getting that much money for a bonus pool. Don't think so. I think it's going to end up being, dishes are done. Is that going to keep beeping? Oh, that's going to drive me nuts. Okay, good. It's done. But I think I just got a new dishwasher, by the way. So funny thing, I live in a studio apartment that didn't have a dishwasher. So I got a countertop dishwasher. First time using it today. It's pretty wonderful. Can't lie. But I think I would imagine maybe it ends up being 25, somewhere from 25 to 40 million. Could it be that? But what I do like about this today, what I do like is that the owners, it may not be the biggest increase in money. But at least they really came to the table with something for the minimum salary, something for the luxury tax line, and something for the bonus pool. They're going to have to come up a little bit. The things that I am annoyed about, I wish the owners would have offered a bit more. I understand why they didn't, because at the end of the day, it's negotiations. That's how it works. But I do wish they upped it a little bit. It would have been nice if so wait, hold on. Pre-R bonus pool went up 5 million. Yeah, so it would have been nice if maybe they went to 20 to 25 million. I think that really would have been a good increase. I think that's a little, only 5 million. And then again, I wonder if that's almost like hey, you only dropped your last offer 5 million, so we're going to do the same. There you go. But we'll at least offer something for the minimum salary and something for the luxury tax line. This is what I think is the sticking point. This is going to be the big one. That's what the players want. They want to take care of these young guys, because at the end of the day, these young players, these guys ages from like 20 to 26, these are your top players, and these are the future. This is the future of your game. You got to compensate these guys. You do. The veterans, they're going to go get their money. That's why, like, Max Scherzer, hey, you just made your $40 million, man. And that's a good chunk of change. I'm just saying. But the young guys, yes, we got to look out for these guys. And then the pitchers too. Some of these pitchers are balling out. Corbin Burns, Zach Wheeler. I mean, Nathan Eovaldi's on a contract, so we can't really look at him too much. But wait, I didn't do the ages here. What is, hold on. Oh, whoops. I never filtered. Oh, maybe that number that we came up with earlier. Oh, that might have been inaccurate. Oh, that was inaccurate. Whoopsies. Hold on. Let me go over this again. So ages 20 to 26, 93 guys. While for the position players, you're looking at 77. So you can round that up to 200. So let's say 200. Whoopsie. Sorry about that, everyone. Didn't even catch that. So let's say 200. Let's say on average, these 200 guys on average get a $325,000 bonus on average. So what does that end up being? So a rough number, $65 million. Now, if you just did, let's say it ends up being maybe just the top 25%, right? So that's 50. I don't know. To me, that seems a little short. But if it was 100, to me, I think a bonus pool of around 30 to 40 million seems to make sense. I think maybe 50 million, but I think 30 to 40 million, if you're doing maybe the top 50% of these 200 players from ages 20 to 26 that are in pre-arbitration, I think 30 to 40 million sounds fair. And when I think about it, when I'm thinking about it, if they up their offer to 15, but the Players Association, they're going to have to really drop that offer, and maybe what ends up happening here is the players, they drop it down. Let's say they drop it down to like 90, right? They decrease it a little more than they did last time, an additional $5 million from last time. But let's say their next offer, they say, all right, we want $90 million for this bonus pool. Wonder if Major League Baseball comes back at them and says, all right, you know what? We'll do $40 million, take it or leave it. That's what we're doing. We're not going higher than that. Sorry. And maybe the players, they're like, all right, make it 50. Maybe they agree on like something like 45 or something. Maybe the owners, they go up to like 30 and they say, take it or leave it. If you guys want a bonus pool, we're not doing more than 30. And then maybe the players, they say, all right, we'll do 50 and we'll call it a day. And maybe they meet on 40, something like that. The key thing is the players are going to have to budge. I don't think you're going to have to really see the players. They're going to have to come down because $100 million and the owners are only offering 15. These owners, man, they're not backing down, And I think with the players, I'm not telling the players to back down, but I think if you want to make some substantial progress, you're going to have to wiggle a little bit. You're going to have to. And maybe they drop it down to 80, something like that. Maybe they make a pretty decent drop. But then again, I think if you make a pretty decent drop like that, you're making yourself look a little weak. So I think they're going to continue just, hey, we'll drop it another 5, maybe 10 million. But I'm rambling on enough about this. But either way, at the end of the day, we were not going to get an agreement today. There was not going to be an agreement. That wasn't going to happen. And if you thought that was going to happen, I appreciate, the optimism, but there was no way it was going to happen. At the end of the day, I still think there's plenty of time here. You still have how many days until March? If you can get this done by March, I mean, we got 7, 14, you got 16 days until March. So I think they can get something done by March. And if you can have spring training for the month of March and then have opening day on March 31st, I think, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You can get this done. You have all of February. You can go to spring training. During spring training, that's when these guys, they can go sign where they want, and then, you're just going to have to get to camp a little late. Maybe they don't miss any games. Maybe they just push the season back. Maybe they push back opening day. Could you're not losing games, but you just push it back, right? And then you're just ending the season a little bit later. I think that is definitely possible, but you have time. The players now, this is in the players' hands. This is in the players' hands. And, and the fact that John Heyman got 2 players today anonymously saying, not as bad as we thought it was going to be. I think that could be a sign. That could be, maybe there's a bit of a light there. I'm going to say this is over by the end of the month. That's my guess. That's my guess. End of the month, this is going to be done. They're going to have to. Because if you want a 4-week spring training, there you go. Use all of March for spring training. Maybe push the regular season back a week if you wanted to. And, that way you can just at least give yourself some more time. It gives players, that additional week to sign, and report to camp or whatever it may be. It's definitely going to be a bit of a crunch time-wise, but I don't think this gets done next week. I don't even think it gets done, maybe it gets done the week of the 21st. My guess is February 28th. I'm going to guess, my prediction, I'm going to guess they announce a deal February 25th. That's going to be my prediction, February 25th. That's about a little less than 2 weeks. Maybe I'm being optimistic there. I'm going to say on this weekend, maybe the 26th, they announce a deal. And then Monday, people are reporting to camp. And that's it. People can, and maybe they'll have some kind of a notification like, hey, it looks like we're getting pretty close to a deal. Get ready to go. February 28th, March 1st, that's when we're going to get to camp. So I'm thinking the next couple of weeks. I don't hate what the owners did here today. I don't. If you don't like it, that's okay too. I do wish they would have offered a bit more for the bonus pool, but I'm okay with that minimum salary, that tier system. I'm okay with, to me, the luxury tax line, I don't know. Like, I think a bit of an increase. I think, I don't think it's the worst increase. I mean, because the owners, I think at the end of the day, the owners have an argument for that as well, for the luxury tax line. They don't want, they want to try and keep things even. They don't want these teams going crazy, spending all this money and just getting all these free agents, right? Like the Mets, like the Dodgers, like who have been recently. And if they do want to go over that line, well, that's okay, and they can pay the fines. But I think Major League Baseball, they want to try and keep it as even as possible. And if you do want to go over that line, well, you're just going to have to pay up a little bit. But I'm okay with the luxury tax line coming up a bit. I think the owners, what I like about this offer, just to point blank, let's get to the end here. I'm kind of rambling. I like that the owners, they came with 3 core economic offers. I like that. They're not leaving anything out. Here we go. Minimum salary, luxury tax line, bonus pool offer, we'll bump it up $5 million. At least they came to the table with all 3 things. And yeah, maybe I'm sitting here complaining about they only met for an hour. But if that's their offer, do you think the owners are really going to, I don't know, are they going to change their mind right there at the table? Yeah, I mean, probably not, honestly. I wish they would just sit in a room and just get it done. But it would have been nice if maybe the players had a counter proposal. Maybe they had something and, something maybe ready. I don't know if that would even work. But I think this is on the players' hands now. This is now on their shoulders. They're going to have to come back with something. They're going to have to budge a little bit. And this is just good. But there's progress. There is progress, everyone. That is the important thing here. It's the important thing. I think Major League Baseball, the owners, they said they were going to come to the table with a good faith proposal. They came to the table with 3 big things, right? So that's what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking they're going to get this done. They're going to get it done. I know it may be a little painful. It's slow, but that's negotiations. That's just how they work. You know, you got to just do little budgets at a time. Very interested to see what the players end up doing. I'm very, very curious. Let me just see if there's any new tweets from any of these guys. John Heyman, Bob Nightingale. Good old Bob. Evan Drelich. Let's see if there's anything new. Here we go. Evan Drelich also saying, Major League Baseball today presented the MLBPA with a calendar. This is a big thing too. To start regular season on time, a deal is needed by a certain day. Not known once. My guess is the end of the month. My guess is they want to get spring training started. If they can get these guys to camp by the 21st, you know, pitchers and catchers report on the 21st, maybe the 28th. You know, pitchers and catchers report a week early, and then position play. You know, everyone just reports on the 28th or the 1st. Then to me, man, like that, I think would be a good date. I think if everyone can get to camp by Monday, the 28th, that makes sense to me. He continues on saying, unknown yet if MLBPA agrees with the calendar as MLB sees it. Union has to review it all. You got to understand here with the players too. You know, again, like I've always said, it takes 2 sides. It takes 2 sides. You're going to have to, because at the end of the day, do they want to play? You know, because losing games right now would be the worst thing you can do. Relevancy is a big thing. Being in the people's minds is a big thing. You want to stay in people's minds. If you're just prolonging this thing and you're just, you know, not playing, you're out of sight, out of mind. You know? Just saying. To me, if you're the Players Association, I understand you want to get what's yours at least as much as you can. But man, oh man, I think you're gonna have to really keep that in mind. You know, are you willing to lose games? Are you willing to, you know, I'm not going to put this all on the owners. Yes, I wish the owners budged a little bit more, just a little bit more. But the players, at the end of the day, it's on them too. So what are they going to want to do? But taking a look, anything from Bob Nightingale? Nope. Last thing he put was no real progress. John Heyman, did he put anything? He just talked about the luxury tax line. June Lee. Again, just breaking it down, wrote an article. But yeah, there's really nothing else here to talk about. At the end of the day, I think there was progress made. The owners came to the table. 3 different offers. Luxury tax line, minimum salary, bonus pool. Not a big fan of the bonus pool offer. I would like for them to bump it up a little bit more. I think that would have been more impactful. If you had come to the table, $25 million for the bonus pool, I think that would have showed something. So, but that's the Major League Baseball owners for you. They are gonna be finicky. They are not gonna budge, right? They're gonna take their time here. So, the next step is the Players Association. It was a big day today. Big day. I'm glad that at least there were 3 big parts of their proposal today. I will say that's a positive. I will. I think this is going to be over in 2 weeks. I do. I think the players, they're going to budge a little bit. Maybe I'm being optimistic. I'm going to give it 2 more weeks. I think by March, we're going to have spring training. So, everyone, I'm going to get out of here. I'm actually working on some content as we speak. A little football related because it is Super Bowl weekend. So we got the big game tomorrow night. So look out for a couple of videos. I'm going to try and get those uploaded by tonight. I got a lot of other ideas that I'm working on right now too. So I'm going to get back to work over here. Everyone, go have yourself a good Saturday. Go get outside. Get off the iPads, get off the computers, get off your phones. Go outside. Go do something. Go eat a sandwich. I don't care what you do. But have yourself a good rest of your day. Most likely, I won't be live tomorrow night. Maybe I'll go live, maybe to keep an eye on the Super Bowl, possibly. I don't know. But everyone, thank you for coming out today. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you next time.